Welcome back to the Untold X. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the secrets and advice that most people don't know. In today's video, we're diving into a topic that nobody ever wants to face, but everyone needs to be prepared for: car accidents. Whether you're a seasoned driver or just getting your license, understanding what to do after an accident and knowing your rights can make all the difference. We're going to break down what steps you need to take immediately after an accident, the insurance tricks you might not know, and how to protect yourself in those tricky situations where things aren't as clear-cut. So if you want to know how to protect your rights, get the compensation you deserve, and avoid common mistakes after an accident, stick around because this is the info that everyone should know. Key things to consider after a car accident. Immediate steps to take: ensure safety. First, make sure you and your passengers are safe. If possible, move to a safer location like the shoulder or a nearby parking lot. Turn on your hazard lights to warn other drivers. Call emergency services. Always contact the police, even for minor accidents. A police report can be critical for your insurance claim and legal protection. Document the scene. Take photos of the accident scene, vehicles involved, any damage, skid marks, road conditions, and any other relevant factors. Exchange names, insurance details, driver's license numbers, and vehicle registration numbers with all involved parties. Write down any potential witnesses' contact details. Do not admit fault. Even if you believe you may be at fault, do not admit it on the scene. Fault will be determined later through investigations and reports. Understanding your rights and insurance policy. Insurance coverage types: liability coverage, which includes bodily injury and property damage. If the accident is your fault, this covers damages to the other party. If it's not your fault, this is usually what the other driver's insurance will be using to cover your damages. Collision coverage. This pays for damage to your vehicle, regardless of fault. Comprehensive coverage covers damage to your car from non-collision incidents like theft, vandalism, or weather-related damage. Uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. Important if the other driver is at fault and either has no insurance or insufficient coverage to pay for your damages. Personal injury protection, or PIP, and medical payments covers medical expenses regardless of fault. This is particularly important in no-fault insurance states. State-specific laws. Depending on where you live, your rights can vary. Some states operate under a no-fault insurance system, while others have at-fault systems. The insurance policy you carry must reflect these conditions. Be sure to know whether you're in a no-fault state like Florida, Michigan, or New York, or an at-fault state like Texas or California. Time limits for claims. Make sure you file your insurance claim within the appropriate time frame. Delaying your claim can result in reduced compensation or denial. Understanding your legal rights and protections. Right to medical care. In many cases, you have the right to seek medical treatment right after an accident, even if you don't think you're injured. Injuries can take time to manifest, so get checked out immediately to document any potential injuries. Right to fair compensation. If the accident wasn't your fault, you have the right to full compensation for your vehicle damage, medical expenses, lost wages, pain, and suffering. You may need to negotiate or even litigate to get the compensation you deserve. No-fault insurance. In no-fault states, you can receive compensation for your injuries from your own insurance company, regardless of who caused the accident. However, there are usually limitations on pain and suffering claims, unless the injury meets certain criteria, like permanent disfigurement or severe injury. Legal codes to be aware of in the U.S. Insurance Code. Look into your state's insurance code for specific rules on claims, timelines, and dispute resolutions. For example, California's California Insurance Code CIC 11580 covers standard insurance procedures. Negligence laws. Under common law negligence, such as restatement second of torts, section 281, you can hold the other driver liable for damages caused by their negligence. Comparative fault laws. In many states, if both drivers share responsibility, compensation is determined based on the degree of fault. Look into your state's specific rule, like pure comparative negligence in New York or modified comparative negligence in Michigan. Scenario: you're driving on a city street, and while you're waiting at a stop sign, the car behind you doesn't stop in time and bumps into your rear bumper. There's minimal damage to both cars, but you're shaken up. The other driver apologizes and admits it was their fault. However, the other driver doesn't have insurance and you're not sure how to handle the situation. Immediate steps to take after a car accident are crucial. First and foremost, ensure safety. After the accident, make sure you and everyone involved are safe. Move your car to the side of the road if it's safe to do so, and turn on your hazard lights to alert other drivers. Always call the police. They will create an official report that can help with insurance claims and legal matters. This report is important even if the accident seems minor. In some places, police might not come for minor accidents, but they'll still document the incident if you ask. Next, exchange information. Get the other driver's information, including their name, phone number, driver's license number, and vehicle details like make, model, and license plate. Take note of the weather, road conditions, and anything that might have contributed to the accident, such as wet roads or poor visibility. Document the scene. Take clear photos of the damage to both cars, the scene of the accident, any skid marks and traffic signs or signals that might help support your case. If there are any witnesses, ask for their contact info in case you need them later. Do not admit fault. Even if the other driver admits fault, avoid saying anything like, "I'm sorry" or "it was my fault." The determination of fault should be handled by the police and insurance companies, not on the scene. So there you have it. A full breakdown of what you need to do when involved in a car accident. Remember, the most important thing is staying calm, being thorough with documentation, and knowing your insurance coverage inside and out. And if it wasn't your fault, don't settle for less than you deserve. Make sure to explore all your options and get the right legal advice if necessary. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. It helps out more than you think and helps us keep bringing you the content that you need. And if you want to stay in the know, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another valuable video. Lastly, share this video with your friends and family. You never know who might need this info in the future. Stay safe out there on the road, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember, knowledge is power, and here at the Untold X, we're here to help you unlock it.